So once again we return to that inner place where we find our true self, into the very depths of one's own being, where we come to see, to experience, to realize that we are so much more than this physical vessel holding a human consciousness, and we allow ourselves to move beyond this limitation into the ever-expanding consciousness that lies within, taking us upwards through the many dimensions of self, connecting to ever more expanded states of consciousness of my true self. And I begin to see the ego self is not my true self. That all the qualities that the ego self has developed from its fear of survival, from its programming and conditioning of low self-worth, low self-esteem, never being good enough, and so on, is the lie which I believed, but which I no longer need. So I simply let it all go, to fade from my reality, and to accept the greatness and the beauty of my own being. So together now, with the company of our Arcturians, who so willingly and gladly come to assist us, we experience the energies of the Arcturian crystal temple, both within and around us, and we settle in to the wonderful frequencies of love, of joy, and of bliss. And we just sink into bliss, letting go and surrendering. For within this heightened state of being, all is still, all is peace, all is love. And the flow of the divine simply moves through and around us. I know myself to be a being of light, and I begin to remember ancient times, and I recall my time with Mary Magdalene, as Mary Magdalene comes into our space with the softness, the richness, and the purity of her love, of her being, her consciousness. And she fills us with her light. Allow her in to your aura, to your heart, as she embraces us, and you feel from within your heart, your oneness with her. Feel how she loves you, how she cares for you, and how she's always with you at your call. For she brought to this planet, in her life with Jesus, her great purity of soul. Such a pure energy. And she represented on earth the divine feminine to accompany Jesus in his work here. She came from Egypt, where she studied in the temples there. So we return for a moment to the time in ancient Egypt, to her training there, and spend a little time returning there and experiencing our life there and our spiritual journey there. Memories of ancient times. Of our training and initiations in the temples. And the strong connection to Sirius and to Isis. As the divine mother energy from Isis flows through Sirius and down to ancient Egypt and down to us in this present moment. And we fill with these magnificent energies. As we continue to expand in consciousness, as our spiritual light quotient continues to rise, and we receive into ourselves once again the activations and initiations from ancient Egypt. And a pressure through the crown as the energies and activations take place. As more parts of self continue to come together. we move now to the Essenes and to the time with Jesus. And Mary Magdalene's energy continues to grow within us. Its warmth, its purity, and its feminine power. As she soothes you and nourishes you and nurtures you. And her love dissolves, transmutes all that needs to be raised into a higher frequency. No judgment, to be free from judgment. And to fill with her generous love and compassion. She also gives us her strength. So gentle, so fine. We feel how high a being she was at that time. And as she continues to be within us, to raise and purify us, we move to the time when she was in Avalon. Those ancient times when she walked the land here. When we were with her. The times when the Michael Mary line was established. And to all that took place at that time in preparation for this present time. And we now are the ones who will bring her work to fruition here, in this now, in this time. As once again, her energy, her presence is strengthened in England through Avalon to Avebury and Stonehenge, through the Michael Mary line, as the light moves through these lines, reactivating, reconnecting. And you continue to experience a rich blanket of energy. So deep, so soft. Jesus Sunanda joins her now as he brings his energy of grace. Allow yourselves to feel worthy, to feel his grace, to receive his grace. Surrender now to the Christ through Mary and Jesus. Through you, his grace is received by Gaia, and through you, the Christ energy moves through Gaia and through the crystalline grid, strengthening the Christ conscious grid around the planet. Is being lifted, all is being raised. as we embody Christ consciousness, reactivating the Christ within. So Mary and Jesus are able to bring once again the Christed state of being to this earth. As we see them before us, we accept that we are part of them, that we are one with them. As they request that we receive them as an equal to them. And we bring through this open channel huge amounts of the richness of Mary Magdalene, and the cosmic Christ. And we see that Sunanda has moved now to the sun, and that he is amplifying the waves of Christ consciousness from the sun into each one of us and into the earth. The heart softens, the heart opens even wider as we fill with the light of Christ, as we bring heaven to earth, and we send their love to all life. Unconditional love, unconditional acceptance, compassion, and we send love especially to those in darkness and to those who do dark deeds, for they need our love the most. Send unconditional love to all that you dislike, to all that you cannot accept, to all that you cannot forgive. Embraced in the loving purity of Mary Magdalene, Jesus Sunanda says to you, If you cannot forgive, I can. So allow me to forgive for you. Remember, forgiveness happens naturally through the high heart. The mind can never forgive. It doesn't know how. And feel your energy in your foundation. As the light of Mary and Jesus fill every cell of your body. Every cell of your aura. Purity of Mary and the grace of Sunanda is now available to you and rests within you.